time you planned out your cityscapes in your sketchbook, like that. Today, we're going to start to build our cityscapes, and I'm going to give you a few helpful artist tricks on how to start creating your cityscapes. So you're going to be getting a white piece of paper today, and as you can see here, just like I did last time, I drew my line. This time I did it with the color of crayon I wanted, which was purple. But I drew my line towards the bottom, see, top, bottom, but I drew my line towards the bottom, and then I added in my diagonal lines, just like that, to make it look kind of like a sidewalk. Okay, then I'm going to have tons of little papers around me at my table, and I'm going to be looking at my sketchbook here. And I don't have to do the colors that I chose in my sketchbook, so if I don't want this building to be green, I don't have to have it green. But I'm going to kind of look at how many buildings I have and kind of where they are. So I drew this little small one. I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut that out. So I have this pink piece of paper. I don't want it to be purple anymore. I want it to be pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a short rectangle. I'm kind of looking at my paper here. I see that I don't want it to be this tall. This would be too tall. This would get into my sky. So I'm going to draw it shorter. I'm going to make a mark with my pencil right here. Notice how I'm working at the corner of the paper. I'm working at the side of the paper, not just in the middle. And I'm going to draw two lines here. This gives me a rectangle, a short rectangle. I like this size. If I didn't like this size and I wanted it to be longer, then I could just redraw my line here and make it longer. Then I would cut it out with my scissors. I am going to cut it out towards the corner of the paper so that I can use this paper for later. All right. I went ahead and cut out some more of my papers here. If I have a paper that's bigger, or a building that's bigger like that, I would put it behind my smaller building. And I'm looking at my sketchbook. I looked at my sketchbook to see where I wanted all these pieces of paper so that I could get them here. So I had a really long skyscraper here, and I have this blue one that I'm going to put right here. See how this pink one now looks like it's in front? And then I'm going to put this yellow one on top. This is called overlapping. Overlapping. I'm going to move these over just a bit because I want it to fill up my space. Okay. I feel like I like where my buildings are. I could move these around if I didn't like it. Like if I don't want that one there, maybe I move it around a little bit more. Okay, I like this better. Now I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to make sure it's open by twisting the top. And I want to make sure that I get my ones in front. I'm going to just move them down, right like that. I'm just going to move them out of the way and move them down so that I can see my back ones. I'm going to take my orange one and I'm going to do tiny, little bitty baby dots of glue around the outside. I don't need very much. You might not even be able to see these dots of glue. And then I can flip it over and I can glue it where I want it, right there. And then I would just rub it down with my fingers. All right, I'm going to do the same to my blue one. Tiny, itty bitty baby dots of glue. This makes sure that I don't get glue everywhere and that I don't make a giant mess. And it was about right there. So I'm going to put it there. I'm trying not to move my other papers around too much so I don't lose them. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do this one right on top. Remember, this one I had my pencil mark on. I want the pencil mark down. I want to put the glue on the pencil mark side. I don't want to see those pencil marks. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those all the way around. And then I would glue it just right on top. And then I would rub it down with my fingers like that. If I wanted to create a little bitty door, like this one has a door here, right like that, then I would cut a smaller, I would draw a smaller off my scraps piece of papers. I would cut out a smaller square. I'm going to use off to the side here again so that I can cut off to the side. And then I'm going to cut here and cut there. I look for my pencil marks right there. There's my pencil marks. That means I need to put glue on this side. And I would glue down with my tiny itty bitty BB dots glue my window right there. Oh, I got glue on myself. I'll just rub it. I would add more doors and more windows so that my picture looks full. Then I could take my crayons and I could add in some clouds or a sun, and I would do that behind my buildings. See how this line stops and then it goes and then it stops again? Maybe I just want a cloud right here in the middle. That would be fine too. These are just some helpful artist tricks on how to start collaging your cityscapes. Happy creating!